Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Avni and I know that this channel has been pretty much non-existent from the past few months, just like my reading habit, because a lot has happened in my life. I moved to a new country, I looked for a new job, looked for a new house, settling in, and all of that took a toll on my reading. But hey, it had been poking me all the time that I should get back to my reading, and I knew what I had to do exactly. I had to pick a small book, a fiction book, because that is what interests me, and yeah, especially a small book so that I could finish it in just few days and get on with it. So in order to do that, I picked up this book. I was just walking in a bookstore and I looked at this book. It's by an Indian author. Interesting title, The Aunt Who Wouldn't Die, and it's just this thick and it's colorful. So I just picked this book for all of those reasons. But boy, I was surprised. I thought that I would finish this book in like maybe a week, but I just finished this book in just one day. So I want to talk about this book, give you a short review of it, not summary because I don't like to do that, just to give you a spoiler-free review of this book, to maybe make you think about this book, maybe make you to read this book. Especially if you're going through a reading slump, this could be a very good book to start with. So this book is written by the author Shirshendu Mukhopadhyay, who is a very famous Bengali author. I got to know it later. Unfortunately, I didn't know about him. And I got to know that a lot of his books have been adapted into plays and movies and serials as well. So as the title of the book suggests, The Aunt Who Wouldn't Die, it means that there is an aunt in this book who has sort of died but not died yet. Maybe his soul is lingering. What is going on? So let's dive into that. This aunt is named Pishima. Pishima is the literal translation of grandma in Bengali. So there is this aunt Pishima in this book. And apart from Pishima, like Pishima is the head of this whole joint family who lives in together. Now, there's a girl called Somlata is being married into this family. Somlata comes from a very poor background, and this family of Pishima is a very wealthy family. But how they became wealthy is because they had lots of like generational wealth in their family even before partition happened. So they had lots of generational wealth, and that's what made all the men in the family very lazy. They like just stopped going to work and they just fed off of this generational wealth. So Somlata, who was a very poor girl, got married into this family, but eventually after a few days of her marriage, she realized that all of this wealth is like just a generational wealth which is eventually going to come to an end. Her husband doesn't go to work, even her husband's elder brother doesn't go to work, even her father-in-law doesn't go to work. So they just are lazy men who are feeding off of this generational wealth. So this Somlata and this aunt Pishima are two very important characters of this book. Somlata is sort of a driven girl who wants her husband to go to work, to start a business or do something instead of just relying on this generational wealth. And this Pishima is a character who is very irritated, doesn't even like anybody in the family. She has some gold with her which she always keep in her possession, always keep in a locker, keeps the key to herself, and always looks at everyone as if they're trying to steal her gold. But now one day a very interesting thing happens is that this aunt Pishima just dies, and Somlata was there to witness her death. And Somlata anyway is very frightened of Pishima, but then Pishima comes out of her body as a soul and instruct Somlata that you should take the possession of the key of my locker and keep it safe with you. Just keep it safe and don't ever think of using this gold. So Somlata does that because she was just frightened with the soul of Pishima. I know it just sounds very unrealistic, but that's what the story is like. And then lots of unrealistic sort of magical things start happening in this household. As I said, the aunt who wouldn't die, Pishima didn't die, her soul is still lingering around. So obviously a lot of unnatural things are bound to happen. And as I said, Somlata was pushing her husband to do some work instead of relying on the generational wealth. He also starts doing that. So a lot of other dynamics are changing as well. So this story then moves into a lot of other convoluted themes. And I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I'm going to tell you another interesting thing about this book, in the way it has been written. So there are just 4 chapters in the book. If I'll show you the index, there are just 4 parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Part 1 is Somlata, who is our important character. Part 2 is Boshan. Boshan is going to be eventually Somlata's daughter. And the third and fourth part is again Somlata and Boshan. So I'm not going to tell you anything about Boshan here, but Somlata and Boshan's story are going on parallel between one and another chapter. So we are just constantly juggling between past and present, past and present. So it's a very interesting way to put the story into, and especially all of that in just these many pages. So I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end, that's for you to find out. But for sure, I can say that there are a lot of themes running in this book. There's a lot of sarcasm in this book. There's a bit of magical realism as well. Especially you will be inspired by the story of Somlata, that no matter what your situations are, you can sort of turn them around if you're determined to. And in fact, not only Somlata, all the women in this story, in this family, have very interesting spin-offs in their characters. All the men as well, but mostly the women who have been wanting to do so much, but just because of their circumstances, they couldn't. So how they open up, how they shape the fate of their family is a very interesting tale in itself. So yeah, go for it. And if you have read it already, just let me know how was your experience with this book, and also let me know what are you guys reading as of now, because I'm looking for new inspirations and I have just kickstarted my reading routine, so I'm looking for your recommendations as well. Okay, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you stick with this channel for more, and I'm gonna come back with a new book review very soon. Take care of yourself, keep reading, keep smiling. Bye.